In this video, I'll walk you through Sequoia's HoloDetail software. HoloDetail is a program used for viewing and sorting holograms captured by Sequoia's LISST-Holo sensor. The program allows you to reconstruct images from a hologram and manually bring particles into focus. It also allows you to sort and organize holograms based on timestamp, depth, or particle richness. HoloDetail is the companion software to HoloBatch, which is a program for automated particle focusing and extraction. HoloDetail is primarily used for viewing and organizing holograms prior to running the holograms through HoloBatch. HoloDetail is a MATLAB-based program and requires the MATLAB compiler runtime to be installed prior to running the program. See the LISST-Holo User's Manual for instructions on how to install the MATLAB compiler runtime. After launching the HoloDetail program, begin by pressing the Select Path button, then choose a folder that contains holograms. After selecting the folder, the table on the left will be populated with a list of holograms. Select a hologram from the table to view the hologram in the Data View panel. We are now viewing the raw hologram as it was captured by the LISST-Holo. In order to view particle images, the hologram must be numerically reconstructed. To reconstruct the hologram, you must first select a region of interest or ROI. You can select from 3 different size ROIs using the radio buttons located below the raw hologram image. In this example, I'll choose a mid-sized ROI. Pressing the Set ROI button will display a blue square over the raw hologram. By clicking and holding, you can move the square around the hologram. Double-click the square to set the ROI position. The ROI can now be reconstructed by pressing the Reconstruct button. We are now viewing the reconstructed images from the ROI. You can see at the top of the image that we are looking at the reconstructed image at focal plane position 0. Or in other words, we are looking at an in-focus image at the surface of the receive window. We can now scroll through the reconstructed image planes located deeper in the sample volume. Here you see a copepod come into focus at 35.5 millimeters from the receive window. The buttons below the image can be used to get a closer view of the particle. For example, we can zoom in on the copepod and measure its size. Using these tools, holograms can be explored and particles manually brought into focus. Automated particle focusing, extraction, and sizing is handled by the HoloBatch program. The second feature of HoloDetail is the ability to organize and sort holograms. In order to sort holograms, the metadata in each hologram needs to be imported into HoloDetail. This can be accomplished by pressing the Load Image Data button. Depending on the number of holograms in the directory, this can take several minutes. Once finished loading, the table on the left will be populated with the hologram timestamp, depth, and hologram content rating, or HCR. The hologram content rating is a simple metric developed by Sequoia to identify holograms that are likely to contain particles. The higher the content rating, the more likely that a hologram contains particles. It is not meant to be a quantitative measurement of particle number or concentration. It is simply a quick and convenient metric that can be used to bring the most interesting holograms to the top of the list. Holograms can be sorted by timestamp, depth, or content rating by selecting one of the radio buttons above the table. For example, if I sort holograms by content rating, it will bring the most particle-rich holograms to the top of the list. I can now reconstruct these holograms to quickly see what's in the water. The last feature of HoloDetail is the ability to plot the hologram content rating for a selection of holograms. The plot that is generated depends on how the holograms are sorted. If they are sorted by content rating, it will show a content rating histogram. If they are sorted by depth or time, it will plot the content rating as a function of depth or time. A selection of holograms can also be saved to a new directory for later processing by pressing the Save Selected Images button. Specify a folder and the selected holograms will be copied to that folder. This feature can be used to isolate holograms from a specific depth or time. This has been a general overview of the HoloDetail program. More information can be found in the LISST-Holo manual.